Hello and welcome back to StarCraft, where today we're going to be jumping into this week's weekly Brawl, and boy are we going to be making a mess of it. Because this week is, it's kind of scrappy, and it's actually a lot of fun. We're going to be using Stukov here to abuse the elements of it here. So first and foremost, in the mutations, we have the Gridlock. So the tier upgrades have an initial cooldown. That means we can't get better technology for about 4 minutes into the start of the match. Next up, we have the Stockpile, which enables me to build a lot of these infested civilians off the start. And let's get the upgrades, actually. Thank you. And the range. Oh, boy. And last but not least, we have the Tychus Homebrew, which gives all of these units the effects of Stim Pack. And like the Super Stim Pack, the one that heals them. So these guys are actually attacking at a 0.4 every 0.4 seconds. So that's like that's 2.5 times per second. So that's kind of a lot. So we could just, you know, take advantage of that by building the Infinite Marine. And the goal of this is to build as many Marines as possible. Just keep building them and don't stop building them until they have capitulated under our endless mass. There we are. That's gonna be that. And one of the things that makes this really strong, especially in this brawl, is that most commanders rely on technology to answer their problems. Most commanders say, hey, I don't get access to AoE until tier 2, so I could just kind of, you know, just spam tiny units and be like, you don't have an answer to this for 4 minutes, and that's the end of that. One of those commanders, those are Banelings. So that's, we're facing against a commander that does have AoE options, and quite strong AoE options, actually, so we're going to go ahead and stagger these out. And you know what's always fun? Watching the Banelings collide into individual Marines and not do what they want to do, which is splash damage. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. You. Just like so. Is this misaligned? Yes, it is. Nice. Perfect. Put you here. Let's get civilians in the front to be cannon fodder, because infested civilians are the best body shields, and in the back for wave 2. A second wind of cannon fodder. Get the upgrades for them as well, and push in. Now, unfortunately, our wave is going to be deformed by the previous leaks, but that's fine, because the Stepman Banelings, they self-detonate when they find a target, regardless of whether or not they hit the target. So that's gonna be something he's gonna have to deal with, and that's one of the reasons why I was spreading them out, because we could just take advantage of the AI on that. It's just the way the auto casting works. We are going to be basically, well, I don't want to say immune, but extremely effective versus these Banelings for so long as, well, they exist on the field and we're staggered. That's a lot of Banelings out of Zagara. I strongly recommend never going for this Baneling heavy out of Zagara. Banelings are just terribly cost inefficient for Zagara. You definitely want to get the aberrations, which is kind of a problem for Zagara right now, because you can't get aberrations without getting to tier 3, and tier 3 is locked behind the 9-minute clock. So yeah, good luck on that one. We're gonna have to carry Zagara through this, which means lots of leaks. Yeah, okay. Well, there go the Banelings into the oblivion. Bye! That's an entire wave gone, and I didn't have to do much. So we're probably not going to get much damage out of this match, just because the entire enemy wave blows itself up. Oh dear. So at least we're going to deal a healthy amount of damage to that wave, even if we don't get any kills. It could be a lot of heavily damaged units. All of the units are regenerating because of the effects of Stim Pack. Rather, the Super Stim Pack, that is. So while our units do add a bleed effect, it's kind of just counteracted. But hey, you know, at least we're counteracting the bleed effect. Come on, there we go. Next up, I am going to be getting the upgrades, because we have so many infantry. The damage upgrade will be hilariously good. As long as teammate goes gas heavy, and then instantly tier 2s as soon as possible, which he appears to have done. Thank you. Good job, teammate. Well, there goes yellow. You know what that means, boys. It's time for more Marines. And look at those Banelings doing nothing. I'm alone! Sweet Jesus, this means the Infinite Marine can be endless. Look, we have these Marines here, And we already have more coming! Oh, this is going to be beautiful, boys. Alright, it is time. It is time for more and more Marines. Give me all the Marines you can. Thank you, thank you. Hellbats, you think you can stave off the Infinite Marine? You are wrong! You would think Hellbats would be the counter to this. That's the joke. There is no counter. There is only more Marine. Let's get more out for the next wave. Thank you, get tier 2, and then the next level of infantry upgrades. I'm gonna have so much fun with this one, boys. I should do this more often. Just like purposefully get my teammates to leave, or just ask them to leave, so I can 1v3, just to do shenanigans like this. Oh, those Banes are gonna hit really hard, actually. Oh, there's another one. Oh, yep. The Banelings individually hit very hard, but eesh. Getting them to land where they want to land, where you want them to land without them just detonating upon themselves is a little bit difficult. Like, really very, very difficult. So we're just going to kind of walk over their bunker here. The bunker will give their Hellbats an opportunity to approach our line, but it's not going to be for free. And there's not going to be a whole lot of Hellbats left by comparison to how many were started, so we should be able to clean up this next bit without too many casualties here. Yeah, no major concern. And next is the Baneling wave? No, the Carrick's wave. The Zealots. Ooh, neat. You get to clean all these guys out. The problem with Zealots is that they're melee units, and they suffer from being melee units, so they just kind of all die before the next wave spawns, or the next wave can really get in to deal the damage. So it's like, eh. The saving grace here is that they have a large amount of HP, and they regenerate to full health upon death. So that's makes them kind of mediocrely okay. But oh dear, that's a lot of Banelings. Well, at least we cleared that wave with some leaks. And we'll be able to hurt the laser drill. Alright, let's go ahead and add some more dudes back here. So now we have basically just filled our ground with nothing but Marines. I think it is time that we transition into, let's see, what would be good here? Some Banshees perhaps? Give some air support to our Marines. Let's add a little bit more to the front lines here. There we go. No. I think we're not ready to give air support. We need more civilians. Yeah, let's stay. Let's keep the Infinite Marine going for longer. I am not ready to give up on this just yet. There we go. We will be the endless mass. Yes, I know we need more minerals. Be quiet. Shh. Stop it. Okay, well, we need more minerals. And, how is Lips going? We take out... Oh, Gary's here to save the day. He did not save the day. Let's get a refinery going. And I want to fill out the last of these civilians. Thank you. And one more back here. That way we have civilians trickling in through the entire time, as well as on the edges, which should keep the enemy units distracted for long enough for our Infinite Marines to really hit harder. Or rather, just hit harder perpetually. I cannot wait to see how many kills their Nexus has. It's going to be a lot. It's really going to be a lot. Look at that. Those Zealots not making it very far at all. But they regenerate now. They're in our lines, and they regenerate one by one and disappear just as quickly. Okay, we take out the laser drill again, and now we're on the fortress, which is good for us. Oh, well, there come the Banelings. Good job, Banelings, detonating on things. Did they even kill a single Marine with those Banelings? Because those do not do much. Yep, welcome to the Infinite Marine. We have Marines and more Marines. Yep, there it is. Are we gonna win here? No, but we're gonna hurt them a lot. What this means, it is time for some more infantry here. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's just put them all down. I want to see what's going on over there. Are we winning? Yes, we're winning quite hard. Think about Hellbats. This is something that's hilarious to me. Like, people are like, but how do you counter all the tiny infested units? Just get Hellbats. It's like rock, paper, scissors. Watch as my scissors cleave through the rock. Actually, I'm kind of more like the rock here, just pummeling them to the oblivion with the hilariously massive amount of units. Oh dear. Good luck on that one, friend. Oh, well, those Banelings are gonna hurt. Those Banelings are gonna hurt a lot. They did not hurt as much as I thought they would. It scans, get rid of those lurkers, and then jump on the base for the win. GG. And we're off to round 2, and I wanted to show you guys Tychus in this particular brawl, because Tychus is extremely common here. So much so that the Tychus versus Tychus matchup it's been pervasive, and it's not entirely fun, but we'll see if we can land on something that isn't exactly Tychus versus Tychus. And the reason that he's so common here is because he's almost entirely unaffected by gridlock. Tychus doesn't actually unlock anything or have benefit from getting to tier 2, and getting tier 3 isn't something you need until like 20 minutes into the game, so you really aren't affected by the whole gridlock part of the brawl, which is, there's a Tychus already, which is, well, the major factor here. Similarly, because Tychus units are so expensive, you also aren't affected by stockpile, but you are very affected by Tychus's homebrew here. So now I have a Tychus that just does a hilarious amount of damage, and he's not slowing down anytime soon. Let's go ahead and just kind of push across this map now. Gonna manual control this for the first wave at least. Let us go. And see who I am facing. Someone who didn't spawn a unit. That's, well, unfortunate for them. But I'm going to be pushing into an enemy Tychus, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Alright. So I'm going to be cleaning up leaks, Rainer leaks, pushing, facing off against I don't know who, and then pushing into a Tychus. That's going to be fun. So the Tychus versus Tychus matchup is literally just Sam's, and I don't really want to deal with that right now. So I'm gonna just build you because you're a good generic second unit, and hope that I'm not facing off against another Tychus. Because if I build something that's not a crooked Sam, and I'm facing against a Tychus here, then I'm just gonna be on the back foot forever, and then probably be the reason why the team loses. Oh god, no! It's a Tychus. Fortunately, it's a Tychus that built in Akara, so he does not understand, because he saw that I was Tychus and then proceeded to build an Akara, which means he's going to lose forever. That's actually how that works. And now I'm going to be able to build Crooked Sams, just nothing but Crooked Sams. And then from that, I'm going to be able to curb stomp my Nakara building counterpart into the ground, and then use those same units to do the same thing for the next Tychus unit, blue here, that I'm pushing into, and this is going to spiral very quickly. And the only way for them to come out of it is for someone on their team to tell yellow to stop being inexperienced, and teach him that Sam spam is the way to go. You guys will get to see just how powerful it can be. I'm actually somewhat surprised and quite satisfied that those zealots are winning this. Okay. Just disable that entire... He's even getting the upgrades for Nakara. I feel so bad for that team. I genuinely feel bad for that team. Like, that's not... That just hurts. It hurts. For those wondering, Crooked Sam does actually have more DPS than Tychus does. Like Crooked Sam without barring any upgrades like Tychus's ultimate gear here, Crooked Sam just has more DPS than Tychus, so you can just kind of stand there, face tank, and burn everything down. Let's go ahead and get a refinery. And tech up to having more Sams than there's space on the map. That's how this map is going to go. One of these days, the Rainer will get a couple spider mines, and those poor zealots will just suffer. They will suffer horribly. That's actually enough zealots. I think he's gonna win this. Yeah, no, he just straight wins this. Those zealots have quite a fair amount of DPS. Like, I thought I was going with the Legion strat. That's a lot. All right, so what we are gonna do? Oh no, autocast killed the turret, didn't it? Yep. So, despite Crooked Sam's massive DPS, that's not why he's the one you go for. The reason you go for him is because he has an ability that insta-kills a single target. And also with the gear upgrade, it stuns that target, including other Tychus units. So you can invalidate any Tychus unit on the other side just by activating an ability. Which means if I have more SAMs than he has units, then I by default win without taking damage. So there's nothing you can do other than build more SAMs and trade. And it's literally down to whoever has more SAMs, and literally something like a Zergling leaking into the base, leaking into your wave, or say something like, I don't know, a couple dozen Zealots, will just be able to deal damage the whole time and be the determining factors whether or not you win in an otherwise equal fight. So it's like, eh. Yeah, this is gonna be a match and a half. And these two will stop being, they will be stunned. And now it is 4 Tychus units versus 2. And I'm sure you can see how well that works out for the 2. They need to do something and quickly. I don't foresee them managing to do that. He doesn't have the upgrade to make them siege faster. You always want to get the upgrade to make your tank siege faster. Raynor tanks are hilariously good because they just have the instant siege. So does the splash damage of these siege tanks come in quickly enough to kill off the Zealots? The answer is no. No, those Zealots are just gonna charge in and break everything as they have been doing. At least this guy got a blaze, which will stave off a healthy amount of those Zealots, even if it doesn't solve his problems. He will do some more damage and force me to actually try to hit him. Not that the car will actually save the issue. Alright, did I not get the stun upgrade on a couple of them? I don't think I got the stun upgrade on a couple of them, because those blazes, yeah, I didn't get the stun upgrade on 2 of them. That makes sense, because I was wondering, like, why are his units still attacking me? Thank you. I forgot to get the upgrade. There we go. That should invalidate the rest of his units. That Nakara leak actually is going to be a little bit painful. Okay. Siege tanks coming in. Actually doing enough damage here. That and the Nakara super heal will make a mess of things. So now I have an interesting predicament. I've got to clean up all of these units without using my SAM charges on them. So I think I'm just going to manually cast here, here, here. Thank you. Oh, stun. Siege tank, stop it! Okay. We clear that up, clean up all the leaks. Perfect. Unfortunately, we do not have more abilities, so we cannot really assist in the next wave. But we can die. We can die and take a couple hits. Let's try to come back from this, shall we? Why are they on our side of the map? I like the Annihilator choice. He's gonna need to get Colossi soon, but it's another 30 seconds before he can unlock, before the gridlock comes off cooldown for him, I believe. I mean, he still wins this pretty handily, even after using all of his abilities on the previous wave. So that's good. We are winning with just one stack of the Nakara that caused some problems. Let's stop you from healing. Okay. Activate autocast for maximum APM, and then clean through this wave. The blazes do survive. Unfortunately, Crooked Sam does a lot of damage. A lot of damage. And just shy of cleaning up 2 waves here. Just shy. We're almost there, boys. Siege tanks. Unfortunately, Carrick's siege tanks don't have the siege speed upgrade, but they do hit a little harder. So there is that. Not that hitting harder means a lot when you're, facing off bio. You need the splash damage, and splash damage is much better served by being able to bring it forward faster. But it's something. Siege tanks in any form are still good versus bio. That's a lot of immortals. And those are immortals with stim. Super stim of all things, so goodbye Tychus units. Oh, oh dear. I keep forgetting to turn off autocast for this turret, because these guys will actually target the turret with it and just literally waste an entire ability on it, which is sad. But, it's what it is. Do we win here? Maybe? I think we do. Yeah, we do. GG.